Hello friends, welcome to Food Fandom. As you all know, we are going through an unprecedented time with all of us locked down at home and not able to travel around. For a change, I thought of sharing my travel experience to you that can help you self-plan your travel to Kashmir, one of the most beautiful and mesmerizing place in the world, and I'm sure this would be a dream destination for most of us with the thought of traveling once in our lifetime. So let's begin to explore the heaven on earth with blue glacier water, horse rides, sledging, skiing, and loads of other activities. One of the most important reason I want to make this video is to promote my viewers' plan the next destination to Kashmir. And it's not because of Kashmir's beauty, but the beauty of people out there. The locals are too good and friendly with their major source of income coming from tourism. So only if we travel there, those people would be able to survive. Most of the places we visited, everyone pleaded us to go back and tell everyone to visit Kashmir. In our journey, we never felt safety and security issue as people are very sweet and caring, but definitely there can be some law and order issues at times, so you should be well prepared. There has been times where we initially bargained with people, but then after completing our journey with them, we ended up paying more than what we agreed after hearing their stories and looking at the effort they put in for their work. I don't recollect such feeling or experience in any other tourist place across India or globally. In my aspect, Kashmir and people out there have taken unique seat in my travel experience so far. I would like to craft this video based on my real-time planning experience, which will help you with the following. As the video progresses, we would cover each points in detail. Number 1, self-plan your Kashmir trip. Number 2, how and where to save money. Number 3, excellent hotels to stay and ways to book them. 4, itinerary for 5 nights and 6 days covering Srinagar, Sonmarg, Pahalgam and Gulmarg. Number 5, best time to travel. Number 6, very important tips for not missing an important spots. Number 7, local cuisine. Number 8, language advantages. Number 9, things to carry. Let's see the important tips in detail. So number 1 is self-planning your Kashmir trip. So simply by following this instructions in this video, you'll be able to plan on your own. If you're planning your trip during snowfall, then some important places like Sonmarg will be closed. The roads would be shut, which makes it difficult for you to roam around by yourself. So in those times, you may approach a tour operator where you can have someone to approach and seek help. So the snow time will be on December to Feb. In case you are looking to travel during pleasant condition, somewhere you can go there around mid of March or early May, or even you can choose October to November. So then the climate would not be that harsh, but you cannot see snow there. We went in November mid. In case of approaching an tour operator, my suggestion would be Travel Triangle, where you can get many quotes and you can choose one from them. Tip is how and where to save money. Self-planning will definitely save you money. Next, you can save a lot of money by exactly knowing the best price for pony rides and local cabs and to get the best price. In most of this tourist spot, you can't take cab from Srinagar as they have their local unions. You have to put the cab for halt and take local vehicle for sightseeing. To be specific, Pahalgam and Sonmarg, both you have to hire local vehicle to reach the tourist point or sightseeing. In Gulmarg, if there is no snow, then your cab is allowed to the spot. This is one of the areas where you may loot it like anything if you don't bargain well. Ideally, a lot of this money goes into the pocket of a middleman. Either take help from your driver if you don't know the local language or Hindi. If you know the language, then you can bargain yourself. I would say bargain and find the best deal, and then tip some to the poor guy who drives or rides you to the spot. Initially, you will feel it's expensive, but looking at the effort of those guys, you may find it worthy in some places. I'll provide you the best price for each spots and whether it is worth spending there or not in the next section of the video. Is booking excellent hotels and the ways to book them. So I opted for hotels and booked all via Make My Trip with MMT Double Black membership. This membership in Make My Trip costs you around 1400 rupees per year, and it allows free cancellation for 2 domestic flights and 2 domestic hotels. This is really worth when you are planning destinations, especially like Kashmir, where there are a lot of uncertainties and you may need to change your travel plan. Day 1 we stayed at Jamal Resort, which is in Nishad, Srinagar. Day 2 we stayed at Asian Park, that is also in Srinagar. And day 3 we stayed in Pine Spring at Pahalgam. And day 4 we again stayed in Asian Park, Srinagar. And day 5th we stayed in a houseboat, that is Jamaica Super Deluxe houseboat. And here Asian Park is a 4-star hotel which is a bit on expensive side, and if you are looking on budget, then you may go for other options. But all of these places were really good for family and as well as couple, and the food was also amazing there. Let's see the itinerary for 5 nights and 6 days covering Srinagar, Sonmarg, Pahalgam and Gulmarg. Day 1, arrive at Srinagar, check into the hotel, visit the local sightseeing places nearby. In Srinagar, you can visit Tulip Garden. This is the Asia's largest tulip garden. The tulip festival will be on March 20th to April 30th. It's a beautiful place to visit in Srinagar. The tulip garden is full of red, orange, yellow and purple tulips. They are multicolored hybrid flowers too. And tulip garden has been created by carving out 7 terraces. The entry fee to the garden is ₹50 for adults and 25 for children. The flowers bloom only for about 15 to 30 days in a year, so depending on the temperature. So if you're willing to visit the tulip garden, plan your trip on end of March or early April. So in Srinagar, you can visit the most beautiful gardens in India. The terrace gardens of Shalimar Bagh and Nishad Bagh. It offers a magnificent view nearby mountain range and Dal Lake. So Nishad Bagh is one of the most beautiful terrace Mughal garden located in nearby Dal Lake near Srinagar. So here comes the Chashma Shahi. So it is also a Mughal garden. It's a freshwater spring, terraces, water pool, and large fountain makes it most charming of the garden. Yeah. It is also along the banks of Dal Lake. And another garden is Verina Garden. So it is the entry point of Kashmir Valley. So the summer capital of gardens are amazing to visit there, and a lot of colorful flowers and fountains. Nearby was really awesome. Day 2. So start early for Sonmarg as it's a 3 hours drive from Srinagar. You can see many places on the way. For covering Sonmarg, you need at least 6 to 7 hours. So start early as possible. And the most important spots you should not miss in Sonmarg is the Tajivas Glacier. Pony ride is one of the most interesting thing. You can roam around towards the glacier. So it's costs around 800 to 1000 per person. So it is about a 10-kilometer distance. You can walk, but it's good to take a pony ride and bargain the price, and about 800 to 1000 is worth. Then after completing the ride in Tajivas Glacier, you can move on to the Zojila Pass. Zojila Pass is one of the most adventurous and one of the highest motorable road on. It is maintained by a border of road organization. Zojila Pass lies between Sonmarg and Gargil. Zojila Pass is the gateway to Ladakh. So here the place is called as Gumri. This place has a war history as well, due to which army has built a small Zojila war memorial and memory of brave soldiers. Dras side cross. It is the second highest transport pass. It is said to be one of most dangerous passes in the world. Zero Point is basically a snow-covered point on the way to Zojila Pass from Sonmarg. Here, sledging and snow biking are the main activities. Zero Point is about 35 kilometers from Sonmarg towards. The temperature where averages to around 0 degrees Celsius. So if there is less snow, you can enjoy only sledging. So when we went there, we could able to do sledging only. So if you are willing to do skiing or trekking, you can go there during snowfall season. And sledging is really amazing. If you have no past experience, skiing is quite difficult for you to do alone. In Tajivas Glacier, if there is snowfall, you can enjoy skiing, sledging and trekking. Tajivas Glacier, you can take a local jeep or car. It costs around 3,500 rupees to 4,000. It depends on bargaining the driver. And you can. So here, beware of photographers. You may be looted if you agree blindly. So take enough time to visit the place peacefully. Enjoy yourself there. And after covering this place in Sonmarg, you can have to go back to Srinagar for a stay. And we stayed at Asian Park that I have mentioned before. most of the people don't plan this well and reach late. They can cover only one of this spot. So on the day 3, start early for Pahalgam, and this is also a 3 hours drive. So the same like Sonmarg, here also on the way you can see sightseeing spots. For halt, you can take a break and continue your ride. Here also they provide horse riding. Here there are a lot of valley. If you are reaching there around 3 to 4 p.m., that would be nice for you to take a pony ride. So for horse riding, per person 1000 is worth, and you can visit Baizaran Valley. This is called as mini Switzerland. It's a beautiful place. You can feel the miniature of Switzerland. And Dabian Valley, Kashmir Valley, or most of the important valleys which add extra beauty to Pahalgam. Day 4, coming back to day 3, and after completing this valley rides, you can stay at Pahalgam, and you can cover these 3 valleys in one day, and next day you can cover other valleys. So day 4, engage a local cab for sightseeing. So they have multiple options there. If you want to visit all the valleys nearby, or you need to cover the local places there, they offer you full city price for 2400 rupees. Or if you want to cover valleys only, they'll ask you to pay about 1800 rupees. And if you want to cover both valley and some sightseeing spots, they ask you to pay 2000 rupees, and this would be a good option for you to cover all the places in Pahalgam. So here comes, that is also a pony ride. You can ask them for about 600 to 800 per person, and this is the best price. You can bargain and fix the price according to your choice. And next comes the Chandan Valley. It's also called as Chandanwari. So this place where Amarnath Yatra starts. During season, people go about 32 kilometers on horse to the holy caves. So there is a snack corner available for refreshing. And nearby Aru Valley, there is Betab Valley. You can see the top view. Look while going to the Chandan Valley. This has an entry fee, not worth spending time inside, just like another garden or park. The top view is awesome. And after visiting this Betab Valley, Chandan Valley, nearby you can go to Pahalgam Golf Club in your own car. It is good if you have time. It's like a cool sightseeing spot. You can go there and spend some time inside. Then go back and stay at Srinagar. So we stayed at Asian Park. On day 5, start early to Gulmarg, as en route there is apple orchard. Now, if you're traveling to Srinagar for a holiday, you have to visit an apple orchard. About 80% of apples are supplied to the rest of the country from Srinagar. The ground is carpeted with flourishing green trees that are dotted with shiny apples. May is the time of harvest season, and hence you can choose that time is a great time to visit that. So apple farms there, you can buy there. So they allow you to pick the apple directly from the tree. Be a really amazing experience. Tanmark Park and Valley Viewpoint, where you can take a short halt. Overall, with the halts, the journey may take 2-3 hours. Gulmarg is the most beautiful place during snowfall, but without snow, there is very limited activity to do there. If there is no snow, then gondola level 3 is not worth spending. Usually, people will tell you if there is snow at level 3 even during off season. When you park your cab, there would be a lot of pony ride agents surrounding you and will tell you that gondola spots is far away and you can go only by pony. They will charge hefty around rupees 1000 per person. So be cautious and deny this as it is just walkable. The pony ride in Gulmarg is waste of money and precious time as they will just walk you around the golf course, the roads. There is no mountain terrain, no valley or no viewpoint worth visiting. During snowfall, Gulmarg will have lot of activities. Even entire day would be short as there would be lot of snow activities to do. And you may opt for Gulmarg stay at day 4 night rather than staying in Asian Park. Another point you should remember during snowfall is that your cab may not be allowed to the gondola spot. The roads are blocked by snow. You may have to pay additional and take shared car to go to the spot. So if there is no snow, Gulmarg is just normal sightseeing and gondola ride with some snapshot. You should not spend more time than 2 hours in such scenario. Rather, you should visit places, gardens in Srinagar city by come back early. Also, that time is worth spending in houseboat. We came very late to houseboat, not knowing this factor, and wasted our time doing pony rides in Gulmarg. Houseboat in Srinagar are the preserved heritage of the state. Over the years, it has been a fascination for the visitors of Kashmir to come and stay in the calm water of the lake in these wooden houseboats. So they are beautiful, staying in a houseboat. There are 2 lakes in Srinagar where you can see houseboats, Dal Lake and Nejin Lake. So we stayed in Nejin Lake, completely safe for families, couples and even solo travelers. Houseboats crew are always available for guests for any help. It's very clean compared to Dal Lake. In Dal Lake, there are not many tourists and shikaras in Nejin Lake. Well, Dal Lake is always crowded. Nejin Lake is very quiet and suits more for families. It is better to avoid buying things from sellers coming in shikaras in Nejin Lake. So guests can enjoy completely privacy and security during their stay. Houseboats carry safety equipment such as life jackets, fire extinguishers, etc. In houseboat, they provide you delicious homemade food. The British started building houseboats on the lakes and rivers because the King of Kashmir didn't allow the British people to build house on land. Shikara ride is one of the most soothing and relaxing aspects of holiday in Kashmir. Shikaras are long boats which crowd the Srinagar lakes. It's worth to take a pleasure ride around the lake in Shikara. Farmers cultivate many vegetables in plots in water or soil that floats on the beds of flora. Floating gardens are maintained all over Dal Lake and Nijin Lake. From there, they harvest the vegetables and sold using shikara boats in the markets around the Dal Lake and Nijin Lake. The best time to visit Kashmir is during the months of March to August. During this period, two seasons are covered in Kashmir, spring and summer. The blossoms of spring and the cool weather of summer creates the perfect season to visit Kashmir during this time. Maximum 4 to 5 days is sufficient to visit the premier locations of Kashmir. And the things you must carry for a Kashmir trip are your ID, a postpaid phone, light winter garments, good quality walking shoes, torch, emergency medicines, and extra memory card for camera. So you have to carry a small traveling bag which can help you to keep your mobile phones, power bank, camera, medicines, and cash easily in one place during sightseeing. So if you're planning your Kashmir trip during April, May, or June, there may be caught in light showers of rain in Kashmir. So it's important to carry umbrellas and raincoats. You can also carry a few light woolens or warm clothes on your Kashmir trip. Whenever you go for a sightseeing place, you have to carry extra cash, your credit card, your wallet, and water bottle. And you can carry some snacks. Kashmir Wazwan is the major attraction of Kashmir cuisine. There are 10 dishes that comes in a Wazwan. The most popular dishes of Kashmir are Rogan Josh. It's a must-try lamb dish in Kashmir. It's an aromatic lamb dish is one of the signature recipes of Kashmiri cuisine. And Modar Pulao, Yakni Pulao, Dum Aloo, Momos, Kulcha, and it's a kind of bread. Kashmiris are heavy tea drinkers. They make chai, sheer chai. Kashmiri Hawa tea is made by saffron, cardamom, and honey. So it is a warm, healthy drink. The streets of Lal Chowk are lined with numerous vendors and shops. You can buy jewelries, carpets, wooden trays, bowls, photo frames, etc. here. And if you are well in bargaining, you can buy good quality products in best price. There are local markets in Lal Chowk, so you can buy dry fruits, saffron, and whatever you see as worth. In Kashmir, Pampur is a place. It is situated at a distance of 15 kilometers. Here only you can get high-grade saffron. So the main cultivation areas of saffron are in Pulwama district. Pulwama district is the saffron bowl of Kashmir. I hope the information provided in this video will help you plan your next trip to Kashmir and ensure you don't miss any spot. Plan it well with some sayings using this tip provided. I would urge you to visit Kashmir, the heaven on earth, and support the amazing Kashmir people to make this the one of the popular tourist destination in the world. I would definitely love to visit this place again, especially to explore winter and snow in this region. If you really like this video and want me to share similar organized plan for other destinations I visited, do share your comments and feedback. Based on your response, I would bring to you the self-planning tips for more destinations. Kindly consider giving thumbs up and subscribe my channel for more similar videos. Thanks for watching.